Disclaimer. This is a video of a comic book. This is in no way an endorsement of the creator of this book's comments, politics, or social interactions. Had this been an actual endorsement, that means we would have been paid, and you would be hearing us having a party going, woo! Please enjoy the rest of this video.
Hey guys, Starcraft here, and after doing that Indiegogo weekend, I'm getting into what I also said to do. And now I know I said I'm gonna get to roll my old thumbnails. That fell by the wayside, of course. But I will hopefully get to them one day, provided I don't stop at the end of the year. I don't know, but after this weekend, then I'll start getting into those Thanos ones, because if I am gonna end my stuff, I'd rather end with those. Plus a little fun on Christmas that you guys probably won't see coming. Unless I do my thumbnail ahead of time, but yeah, let's start off with and do this week of the Dark Multiverse. Yep, you guys already know I'm a big alternate universe fan, and this I adore. So let's start off with Batman Knightfall. As we open up with talking about the multiverse, as we're reintroduced, for those of you who would know who the character is anyway, to... Oh, actually, we don't know that yet. We do is give an example of what the Dark Multiverse is, with, well, the Batman who laughs. Then we're introduced to Tempest Fugnot, that Dan DiDio created back in, what was, oh yeah, Sideways. And I think Tempest is an interesting character. A lot better than Scott Lobdell's Oracle. Because basically it looks like he's more of a watcher, but a watcher that actually tries to do things. As we get a summary of what happened in Knightfall. But then we are shown instead how things play out differently. In this one, Azrael won the events of Knightsend. And started to, well, let the system take over him. The system was this programming by the Knights of St. Dumas that made him more and more insane. I should point out that artwork in this one is done by... Well, the writing is done by Scott Snyder and Kyle Higgins. Together again. It's been a long time since we have those two together. With artwork by Javier Fernandez. And I really like the artwork. Yeah, basically, Azrael is trying now to prove that he can prove to Bruce that he's a better Batman. As we jump 30 years later. Azrael has this woman assistant helping him, and he's clearly dying. It has been made clear that, yeah, they do love each other, and, but he's heading out to do something he's done every year for 30 years. And it turns out, much like Bane, he is using the venom, but this is a case for him to survive. As he makes his way up to this tower, I should to point out that he goes by the name Saint Batman now. Yeah. As we find out that Bruce has been kept alive, barely. For a while, during those first couple of years, he would remove a limb from Bruce. But eventually now he just kept it here, and he wants to just know, like, give me your, acknowledge it. I want your approval. You have my disdain. And they're going to grow worse, and this agony is going to continue on and on and on. And yeah, this is Batman basically like, I'll never accept you. As he leaves, and we start to see some of these other figures are making deals with Penguin. When then they are caught by some of the other of Azrael's men, he slices Penguin's head off and killing some of the others that are there. As they start chanting, for Gotham, for Gotham. I'm telling you, they're just as much zealots as Azrael is. Yeah, apparently there appears to be a coup going on. In fact, those are the ones who had attacked Penguin, I should have pointed out. As we're introduced to this young man. We don't know much about him yet. But yeah, he starts making his way in and taking out a bunch of the guards as he makes his way up to where Bruce is. The name is Tournay, and he's here to help liberate Gotham. As we then find out, some guards show up and find out who this kid is. He's Bane's son, but Bane took venom so much that it's now in his son, and he could just bulk up whatever he wants, taking them down. Basically, pointing out the irony of the son of Bane and the one true Batman teaming up to save Gotham. Well, Bruce says, "I'm barely a head and a torso. I'm not saving anything. Don't worry, we've got a plan." As more and more of Torn's his own lackeys show up and start dealing with Azrael, and they go down pretty damn quick. As this is starting to push Azrael a bit to the edge, kind of like what happened in Knightfall. As we find out that Azrael had killed Bane while his son watched, and well, who's the mother? His mother? It's Lady Shiva. Yeah. That I didn't see coming when I initially read this, and I always found this interesting, as they're basically revealing they have this little device that can allow that and Bruce to actually move and operate. How? We'll get there. We find out just how much the system is taunting Azrael more and more, as it's driving him more and more insane. Basically, they're saying, "Oh, you're just a failure, an imitation, another man's placeholder." As we then see some of Azrael's own people show up to try and help him, and he basically says he needs a boost, makes his way there and finds out all the venom is gone. And that's when Thorn and Shiva are there, and we find out that his wife, his lover, is the one who betrayed him, and he kills her for her betrayal, even though she tried to say how you have reliance on venom, your fixation with Bruce Wayne, they've clouded your mind. So we find out that little device has given Bruce a new form, made up of bats. Yeah, so many of these bats and nanites, I should say. Yeah, these nanites are allowing him to move and everything. As well, they all start to come into a big final fight. Bruce is taking them down. They're all taking them down. The fight continues on as Azrael is more and more weakened, until we eventually get to a point where, and Thorn is taken down. Azrael walks up, rips his arm out, and consumes the venom that's in his blood, showing us how insane Jean Paul is. He just starts slamming him on the Thorn until Bruce shows up to help, and they eventually take him down hard. And he grabs the giant penny and slams him with it. Azrael slams him with it, and he's getting up until Thorn stabs him with his own mechanical blade, and then breaks his back. They think it's all done until Bruce reveals that, they came there to save the world, to reconnect Gotham. Truth is, some wounds don't heal, and broken cannot always be fixed. They're basically saying what's good for the world is not what's good for Gotham. As he kills Shiva and Thorn, and revealed that for 30 years, Azrael forced him to watch as he perverted his work, Batman's work and name. But he wasn't wrong. Before Jean Paul, he did keep the city standing and started her down a new path. The truth is, his biggest mistake wasn't choosing Jean. The biggest mistake was the same as what Jean has made, relying on anyone but himself. And now, thankfully, it'll never happen again. As we find out that, and Tempest looks on, feeling ashamed by all this. Basically, it's hard to tell if this was a Bruce that was already this evil, or being tied up and all that stuff when Azrael made him insane. Who can say? But Azrael is dead, left as a marker as we end this first one. And I really like this. This shows just how far Jean Paul Valley would go if he wasn't redeemed. The twist at the end, you only accept if it's a case where, because it's the Dark Multiverse, it has to end badly. But I thought Thorn and Lady Shiva were nice, great characters. Bane having a son and everything, it just made sense. But I'll say this, it gets better from here. So tune in tomorrow as we find out how the death of Superman would have played out very differently. Until then, guys, I'll catch you later.